Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be your week 14 recap. What we got wrong, what we got right, and hope we do a better job next week. Cowboys and Lions, honestly, really bad performance from the Cowboys if I have to say that. I definitely think that they have the firepower to turn things around though. And really just the offense I think needs to find ways to be explosive. I think this Lions game, they should have just, this should have been a closer matchup. But yeah, I mean, that defense also just couldn't do anything. And the Lions just picked them apart. Lions offense looks strong again. So that's good moving into week 15. But yeah, we got that one wrong. Unfortunately. All right, next game was the Titans and the Browns. I genuinely think the Browns reach a new low every single week. They reach a new low every week. Because what? Like, bro, really? How do you lose to the Titans? Granted, the Titans have a good defense, but like the Browns just suck. And at this point, it's like you can't even blame it on Shador. You can't blame it on the offense. You can't blame maybe the defense. They didn't play that great, but you got to blame this on the coaches. This is coaching right here. This is a coaching loss, bro. Like the Browns coaches suck. But yeah, I mean, tough game. Dolphins and the Jets. Yeah, I mean, I figured this game would go like this. Dolphins looking strong again. They're very much in control, not really in full control of their playoff outcomes, but they are in control of at least, I think, being able to make the playoffs. I mean, granted, there's a lot that needs to go right, and they need some help, but they very much have the firepower and the defense to be able to make a playoff push. The Saints and the Bucks. I mean, I don't know what to say about this game. The Bucks should have easily handled this, but they didn't. And now the Saints are 3-10 with Tyler Shogue in the back. I don't know if he's the answer now. Like, what are they doing? But yeah, he's definitely making great improvements. And he's giving the Saints new life for sure. Just a bad loss for the Bucks though. This hurts their playoff chances a lot. The Colts and the Jaguars. I picked the Jaguars to win this, but I also didn't see the Colts losing their QB. Hopefully Danny Dimes gets better soon. Torn Achilles though. He's gonna be out for a while. But yeah, I mean the Colts have slowed down now at this point, and the rest of the season their matchups don't look great. So it's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs now, I think. Oh, man, their fall-off needs to be studied for sure, because this is crazy. The Bengals and the Bills, this was kind of a shootout. So many turnovers in this game, too. But these are kind of like teams that look the same. That, struggling defenses, a good quarterback with a good offense. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Bengals make the playoffs now at this point. The Bills, I would say, still have a lot of holes in their game, so there's a lot for them to clean up still. For sure, there's a lot to clean up. Commanders and the Vikings. The Vikings got shut out last week, week 13. Now they came back and shut out the Commanders with Jaden Daniels. I mean, the Commanders just are completely in a dumpster fire right now. They do not look good. They absolutely have no hope for this season. Their season is pretty much done at this point. Vikings with McCarthy in the back now. He looks good again. I don't know. Like, bro, are you going to be good or bad? Seahawks, Falcons, 37-9. Pretty dominant game here. Falcons, not really much going for them at this point in the season. 4-9. They're kind of out of the playoff race. Time to start tanking for them, really, I guess. But yeah, Seahawks looking strong. All three phases of the ball, and just dominant victory. Steelers and the Ravens. This was a close game. I definitely think the Ravens, despite the Isaiah Likely miscall or, that touchdown being called back, I think the Ravens had more than just that opportunity to win the game, and they weren't able to. Even on that last drive, Lamar just froze. And this is by no means like a great win for the Steelers. It definitely is a division matchup, so it was closer than it needed to be. Or it was closer because it was a division matchup, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think the Steelers are still very much not like a scary team. They're just barely winning games here. If they do make the playoffs, I think they'll get bounced within the first round, so take that for what you will. Broncos and the Raiders. Yeah, pretty much went the way that we expected. Kenny Pickett actually looks better for the Raiders, though, so maybe he's the answer for the rest of the season. Bears and the Packers. What a game. What a game. Fortunately, the Bears lost this one. I knew it was going to be close, though. Packers just found a way to be dominant on the offensive side of the ball. Were able to shut out Caleb on the defensive side. I mean, overall, great win for the Packers. Both of these teams are still within the playoff race. We'll see how that goes moving forward. The Rams and the Cardinals, just a beat down. Beat down, really. Nothing much else to say. The Texans and the Chiefs, I mean, the Texans now are scary. They're a scary team. If their offense can figure it out in some way, just bring life to that offensive side, you know, CJ Stroud and Nico Collins, if they can just bring life into that offense, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with moving into the playoffs. But as of right now, the biggest weakness is that offense. They don't have, like, as many explosive plays as they really need to, or really don't have really one thing going for them on the offensive side of the ball. But I mean, their defense looks absolutely dominant. Just completely a lockdown defense. Quick point about the Chiefs here. They are struggling, and I think they're going to miss the playoffs. So time to get back to the drawing board for the Chiefs now, I think. Again, there's a lot that needs to happen for them. There's a lot of help that they need from other teams to make the playoffs. And even if they make the playoffs, I don't think they'll make it very far. Eagles and the Chargers. Chargers were able to figure it out. This game was so sloppy for Jalen Hurts. Yeah, overall, just one of the worst performances from Jalen Hurts. Arguably one of his worst performances. And the Chargers, Justin Herbert, by no means had an amazing, performance, but it was enough to get the job done. Game went into OT, and the Chargers were able to find an answer on defense. Again, pressuring Jalen Hurts and making him turn the ball over. So yeah, I mean, overall great game. Both of these teams were 8-3 at the time, and so now the Chargers have a little more safe space to move forward into the playoffs. I'm not saying that they can lose a game, but if they do lose one, it won't be the end of the world for them. But yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed that. I kind of, I did really bad this week. A lot of upsets that I didn't expect to see coming, and honestly, I don't know, like that was just bad. That was a bad week for me. 8-6 on this one. Not a good one for sure. That was your week 14 recap. I hope your picks went better than mine and you didn't end up with the 8-6 record. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and everything else. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.